Folks, welcome back. My name is Rudy. You're watching Alpha Investments, and today we have an update on the Fallout collector box situation. Enough of you all keep emailing me asking about, Rudy, my order got canceled, my LGS canceled this. They called everybody, they refunded that. Do you think it's really a scam? Do you think people are actually just canceling the orders to relist at the higher price? Now that everybody has confirmed that the supply and everything we've been discussing the last 2 months is in fact actually true, update on the situation. So the update is, same thing from 30 to 45 days ago. Yes, the supply is essentially non-existent. My concern with the whole situation is Wizards and Hasbro are going to see such success with this bottleneck and pricing, and I am afraid that this kind of green light, kind of like positive feedback, they're going to feel very proud of themselves, and this is going to be something that's going to continue forward for collector boxes. Essentially, making the collector boxes very rare and collectible, kind of the way they maybe should have been all along. That's the argument. Now with Fallout, there are no play boxes. So the fact we only have collector boxes to get some of these cards, variants, and obviously the serialized cards, there's going to be an extraordinarily high price tag attached if you can find a serialized card, or some of the obvious, very desirable variant chase cards. So, where does that leave us? As of the filming of this video, for the first time ever, I've never seen a new Magic product on the verge of the release day, and eBay has essentially nothing. This is the lowest supply of a Magic the Gathering collector box on the open market I have ever seen since collector boxes were invented and first released to the market in Q4 of 2019. With Throne of Eldraine in the very first collector box in the United States. I have never seen this. This is if you go on eBay right now and just hit Fallout collector boxes, I think there's maybe 2 sellers that are outside the USA and maybe 1 seller with 1 box. There's not even 10 boxes on eBay as of the filming this. Now again, maybe people pulled their listings down, maybe people are waiting, but you kind of have that snowball effect because all the people who thought they had product reserved got canceled. Now those buyers are back in the market. There is just nothing to go around. So you go on to TCG Player. Well, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like Fallout collector boxes are $400 a box plus tax. And even then, there's not even 30 boxes on all of TCG Player. So, as we talked about before, and some other people on other YouTube channels have been saying, it does appear that Fallout collector boxes, I don't know about Fallout to 1K, the meme going around, it's a good meme, but I don't know if they're going to be $1,000 collector box and be the first collector box in Magic history to be $1,000. I don't know about that. I would use caution, but it does look like these collector boxes are going to be around the $500-600 range. So Rudy's estimate, if I'm going to pump your stepsister there, is these look like TCG players should be moving up by the time you watch this video. My guess is going to be between $400 and $500 plus tax, and then maybe about $500 to $550 shipped with shipping and tax on the open market of eBay and TCG Player. The only way we see a reset, a level off, or a step back, unfortunately, there's no one-of-one ring where somebody pulls it and all of a sudden all the prices tank down. There's an opportunity for like 3 hours. Since we don't have that, the only thing that's going to throw ice water on this momentum is going to be if Distribution and Wizards actually releases more product. It's serialization type product, so there's not going to print more, but they could be sitting on a lot and they just go surprise and they release a lot more collector boxes or give a wave 2 or 3. Now, even if they do that, let's just keep reading for a second. Even if Wizards releases a wave 2 of Fallout collectors, and even if it's the same amount of product we get on wave 1, it ain't gonna make a difference. It ain't gonna make any difference. That would mean the average store gets another 2 to 6 boxes. Larger stores get another 10 to 20 boxes or something. And maybe the mega stores who pump millions worth of product through distribution, maybe they get an extra 30 to 50 boxes. There's nothing here to really cool this off. There's only 2 real ways. Wizards dumps a lot of product on the market, crashes the price. They've learned from the past and are using another IP on Universes Beyond. I don't see that happening. B, well, the market bands together into a giant Timmy overlord of Power Rangers, and the market just refuses to buy it. Now, if you look at the sell-through rate in TCG Player, there ain't no way that's going to happen. The amount of messages and you all begging for this product all over the place is unlike anything I've ever seen. I don't even know if I'm going to be doing pumping and box opening videos. I've got such a small amount. I'm still trying to put a little sale together just to sell one little box to a couple hundred patrons, even if I can get that pulled off. And even that, I'm going to have to bundle it with crappy stuff. Just even the whole thing's a disaster. So that's where it's at, folks. The market's either got to stop buying it, get the price go down, or Wizards has to release a lot more product. That's really all we have at this point in time. We still have an entire 8 to 9 days by the time you watch this video. This video is being filmed 10 days before release. We have over a week. And we are a week before release. And there are no boxes on eBay. And there are literally 20 boxes on TCG Player as of this filming. I've never seen anything like it. And it almost feels like, to me, I almost feel like Wizards and Hasbro, like we've never had a product in years come out and go straight up and become headlines and people are going crazy for it. Well, I guess Lord of the Rings, the regular release, was the closest. I mean, they had insane hype. But they really haven't had that news-generating excitement around the brand of Magic and their crossovers. And I almost feel like this is intentional because they want... Because think about it. I was thinking about this the other night. If you're trying to market and solicit Marvel, Final Fantasy, all these big crossover brands, right? Oh my God, could you imagine a Blizzard crossover? Oh my God, could you imagine a Warcraft or a Starcraft or a Diablo Magic set? Like you have the actual gear from like Diablo and video games, but it's on a card and it's like one of one or uniques. Oh my God. The potential is massive for Hasbro Wizards of the Coast for branding, not to mention the digital client and Magic Arena. But imagine this. If you're trying to leverage these companies to work with you, to make these crazy crossover products, what better way to get other people in bed with you, get these companies to kind of join with you, than sitting there and having a boardroom and saying, hey, my name's Dr. Cox. Yes, you can laugh all you want. Picture me as the giant, you get the idea. And imagine then on the PowerPoint or the boardroom or the whiteboard, imagine they say, look what we just did with Fallout. Look what we did with Lord of the Rings. Look at what happened with the market. Look at the excitement around your brand. Imagine the marketing power and leverage and desirability that would create for other companies begging to work with a damaged company like Hasbro. It could really cause some interesting perspective shifts over time of people being more favorably thinking about Hasbro. Because right now, Magic's biggest enemy is Hasbro and WotC. The biggest enemy of Magic the Gathering is literally the top tier ivory tower management. There's nobody there. I've never met someone that just goes, oh, Pokemon is the worst thing to ever happen. Magic the Gathering is the worst card game ever. Like, no one says stuff like that. People are only complaining. The number one biggest complaint of Magic is the pricing, because of how much they've raised pricing. We all agree. There's no way to even argue that. The number one complaint is pricing, because they've jacked prices up so much. But that's with everything: food and rent and mortgages and interest rates, everything. Number two, the next biggest thing is essentially how they're managing the brand, and of course the management of Hasbro and Wizards. And people feel like they don't know what they're doing. They reprint the same card 20 times. Then they never reprint that card. Then they say, okay, secret lair here. Aha, JK, we put it in this set too, so we got all your money first. Like, they're just... It's literally the expensive prices in the people running the game. That's what people are upset about. No one is actually angry at Magic, the game itself. Well, some people, it's not balanced. The cards are so overpowered now. The old modern cards look like trash. The power creep. I can get into that. Let me just say the majority of the store's LGS's distribution and the collectors, I don't think there's any investors. They're all gone. I think they're at zero. And of course the players. But sum up the video as we wrap up. Short video today. Be aware, ladies and gentlemen. Again, I said 2 months ago on this channel, if you can find Fallout collector boxes for $300 or less, it's a stealing buy and you should buy as much as you can. Now, I'm going to revise that. Any Fallout collector box under $400 from any store. Don't buy from me. From anybody out there, the risk reward is probably in your favor. Let's say you go on TCG Player right now and there's a listing for $370 plus tax. So you pay $400 for a Fallout box. We have two possible outcomes. Well, I guess three. A, Wizards dumps a bunch more product, and your $400 Fallout collector box tanks back down to $300. Okay, so downside risk is what? 20%? Okay. B, they do a small wave, the price stays the same, people love the product, people are just excited. Price stays the same, you don't make or lose money. You have the product, you can sell it, break even, maybe you lose 10% for shipping and fees. Crack it, have some fun with your friends and family. Option C, nothing happens, and this stupid thing goes to $500, $600, $700, or like the people on the internet are saying, the whole Fallout to 1K meme. To this day, there's never been a Magic collector box that's hit $1,000. It's never happened. Ever. It's never happened since the collector box was invented in 2019. It's 2024. I mean, do we count 2019? I guess let's just say 2020, 21, 2, 3. I was like, technically, this is year 5 of collector box. I'm not going to count 2019 because it was like right at the end of the year. So that's where it's at, folks. That's what's happening. You can be angry about it. You can be angry at your store, your local store, the store that canceled your pre-order. You can be angry at Rudy because every time Rudy talks about it, he's manipulating the market. You can be angry at Wizards or Hasbro. You can have an emotional response however you want, but that's where we're at right now. My personal opinion, I would use extreme caution. I wouldn't try to leverage up. I wouldn't try to go out and put a lot of money into Fallout. It looks like a ton of fun. Like I said, originally, I was just not going to sell any Fallout boxes and take my little 60, 90 boxes, just do like 10 YouTube box openings and call it a day. Then I ended up negotiating back and forth to work out a deal where I could get an extra like 200 Fallout collector boxes if I bought an extra 400 Karlov collector boxes. And then I was like, well, do I just cancel the whole sale and do nothing, do some box openings? Or do I run a shitty sale and at least have an opportunity to sell it? And then give everybody a chance to buy like one box. So either way, my situation is not that great either way. I'm not going to make much money either way on it. It's going to be dramatic. People are unhappy everywhere over the pricing. In my opinion, I think this is what happens when you have a very desirable product that's truly something that people want to collect and you actually have a tight print run. Now, personally, I actually think the print run's a little too tight. But we have a whiteboard video that's an hour long, already filmed. I am waiting till probably after release to release it regarding my internal Rudy numbers, how I go through all the numbers and the data and the revenue of Hasbro. I got a really cool whiteboard video filmed on that, and I'll be releasing that probably in another couple days. We're going to hold off a little longer. I just want to see what happens with the market. So thanks for watching, everybody. Friendly reminder, this is, hopefully you guys watch this. We are in March, should be March 1st or 2nd of 2024. And we have some major stuff coming up. And again, I have to thank everybody. Remember this channel, I don't take outside sponsorships. It's just the viewers like you. And if you want to be a patron, I'm sure I have openings from all the people that have left and give me the middle finger. You can support me on Patreon and send me messages. And you can watch all the behind the scenes shenanigans and crazy shit, even if you don't want to buy anything. So this month we have, obviously, the Fallout thing happening, beginning of March. We have this very interesting Pokemon launch, which we're going to talk to after Fallout. We got an interesting Pokemon temporal thing about the argument of, did the print run of Pokemon get cut, or did the print run of Pokemon not get cut? We got an interesting back and forth going on right now. That'll be a fun topic to cover after we get through Fallout. And yes, as we go to later in the month, we're going to be doing some more Flesh and Blood heavy hitter box openings, chasing those crazy cold foil heroes. And yes, folks, as we hit the end of the month into April, yes, folks, it is sorcery time, and we are going to hit it hard, baby. Thanks for watching, everybody. Hope you all have a beautiful day, and good luck on the Fallout thing, because we're all going to need it.